Hello everybody, and today I wanted to bring you guys a video from Hearthstone. I actually play this game quite frequently, and this is actually one of the puzzles from the new solo play expansion. And so this puzzle actually is quite simple to beat. You just, get Prince Saldaram after taking Glinda with Shadow Madness, and then you copy Mal'Ganis a few times over. And yeah, it's great, but I actually figured out a different way to do this, and this was actually the first way that I came up with, and it's really insane and probably shouldn't have worked, but this just shows, how these puzzles can actually be solved different ways, especially this set of puzzles where you're trying to match the enemy's board. There's a lot of different ways that you can do these puzzles, and so I think this is by far the most convoluted way to get any of these puzzles done. And it definitely was not intended, but I'm going to show you guys how it works right here, and also, what possibly could have stopped this solution to fixing the problem here on the board, because there's so many ways in which this solution is like 1 or 2 cards off from being impossible, or just 1 or 2 board spaces, or 1 or 2 mana. So it's actually quite intense, and I figured this out, so I figured I'd post a video about it. See if anybody else thought of, this ridiculous solution. But here we go. So the first move, obviously, you're going to have to take Glinda with Shadow Madness. And so then, next move, it's the only thing you can really do is copy Aviana with Prince Saldaram, right? So now you've got the Prince Saldaram. And so one of the things that I figured out, actually, it's an interesting mechanic, is that these echoes will persist even when you don't have Glinda anymore. But the thing is, once you play the echo after losing Glinda, you no longer have another echo after that. So I'll actually show that right here. Actually, never mind, I'm 1 mana off. So yeah, as you can see, the manas are insane, and every little mana counts for this solution. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to play Kun first. Let's just get this mana. This little secret here comes in handy at the end, which makes it even more insane, because this clone right here is going to come in handy, as well as this Kun clone. So yeah, I'm going to Prince Saldaram Mal'Ganis and no longer get another echo back. And so I'm going to have basically 1 more use after losing Glinda on all of these copied cards that I'm going to have from the echo. So that's going to be a really important thing in this solution that I concocted.
I guess failure is an option.
Yeah, here's the setup. I'm gonna do this at the start. And then actually all 3 of these mana crystals that I have left over from playing these 2 cards is gonna come in handy as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whittle down this Void Lord with copies of Gromosh, which, if there wasn't a charge minion on the board, then this also would not work. So I'm gonna just go ahead and kill off this Void Lord, but first I'm gonna refresh my mana crystals. Every time I hit 1, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna finish off killing this. And then actually I'm gonna make 1 more clone of Gromosh to get one of these Void Lords off the board. And the reason I'm doing this is because, or Void Walkers. The reason I'm doing this is because the Ticking Abomination is gonna kill off these other minions on my board to make space. And I also need it to be off the board. So the only way I can remove this is to attack into a creature with higher attack, which is going to be this Ultrasaur here. So I'm going to clear the rest of these. And also another key thing is that because this has 5 damage to all minions and these have 6 health after attacking, neither of these die, which is very important to this solution. So could not have worked without the fact of these 2 having exactly 7 health so that they could attack into the 1/3 taunts. If there were any other kind of taunt, it wouldn't work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this, and then also the fact, obviously, that you make 3/3s out of Taldaram, because if it were 2/2s, then it would just not work. So now I'm gonna go ahead. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. So all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack into this Ultrasaur and get rid of these other 2 minions on the board. Then I'm gonna go ahead and copy Aviana again, because I'm gonna need her. So now I'm down to 5 mana, so obviously I'm gonna be running out of board space pretty quick here, so I'm actually gonna use this Treachery at one point to get an extra board spot. But now I'm going to start, you know, the end solution of this puzzle, which is to copy Mal'Ganis with Prince Tal'Daram and then give him immune. And then give him that Mal'Ganis that is immune. So what we're going to end up with is both sides are going to have a Mal'Ganis and we're both going to be immune. And I'm not going to die to my own Ray of Roasting. So we're going to start that right now. As you can see, we're running out of board spots here. This is where things start to get really tight. So I'm actually at the amount of mana that I need for Treachery. So I would not be able to play Kun after giving him this Mal'Ganis. And I also need to copy my Mal'Ganis. Another interesting side note about the mechanics of this is that when Mal'Ganis is immune on my side of the board, I can still target him with Prince Tal'Daram. But one thing I figured out the first time I tried this solution was if I give him the Mal'Ganis first and then try to Prince Tal'Daram, it says it's immune. And so apparently immune minions, even if you made them immune, that are on the other side of the board, can't be targeted with anything, even a copy effect. Which I guess is something that could have been learned from when you play against somebody who has an immune hero and you can't target them with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and ping off Glinda. So you see I have these last 3 clones. That's also going to be very important. So I'm going to ping off Glinda to make board space. And then I'm going to play Kun the last time. Oh, wait. That's a miss, but I should have played Kun first. Yeah. Alright, take it back. So as you can see, every little detail and order matters in this fix. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed through what I did so far. It's a very involved solution. Get the Havana clone. Got the Gromush. Mana. Kill. And one more for good measure. Interestingly, there's nothing I can do with my mana at this point. Or doing this. Alright, go ahead and recopy Aviana. I'm gonna make the Mal'Ganis clone. Right, so here's where I made my mistake last time. So what I need to do is use the fact that I only have 6 board spaces, because normally what I would do is just Prince Tal'Daram the clone and then just give him the clone and then set up for the Ray of Roasting with Kun, but obviously I don't have enough board spaces, which is why I need to get rid of Glinda as well as give him, you know, this card before playing Kun. So what I'm gonna do here is just Kun, because I want to have the extra Kun clone, and it really doesn't matter how much mana I have before the last Kun, as long as I have 1 so I can play Ray of Roasting. So that's also a key part of this. So now I'm filled up on board spaces. What I have to do is ping off Glinda first, because yeah, I can't give him this because then I can't clone it anymore. And do I need to actually I don't think I need to hold this. I think I'm gonna just give it to him now. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him now. And I did this solution all yesterday, so I'm kind of fuzzy on the order here, but it does work. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and copy Mal'Ganis. Actually, you know what? I don't think this is gonna work. I'm running out of board space. Yeah, so as you can see, I ran out of board space here because I had to play a second Death Speaker. And so you can't actually play the last Death Speaker that you have, so that also is not a possible solution because you just simply run out of board space on that. So, as you can see, another very close difference between whether or not you can use this solution or not is just the single board spaces that you need for every card copy that you play. Alright, so I kill this off. Copy Aviana. Take the Mal'Ganis clone. Give it immune. Do the reset. Yeah, so we don't actually want to give him the minion first. What we want to do is copy it with Tal'Daram. The only problem I'm having here is that when I copy this, I might end up with a 5-5 copy and not 7-7. My only concern. Oh, let's just go for it. Oh, no. See, it tricks you, but yeah. So remembering that Tal'Daram gives you a 3/3 copy of a minion instead of this being a Faceless Manipulator or otherwise, it specifically needs to be a 3/3 when you copy it, because he's going to end up with a 3/3 when this switches sides, and it's not going to have the other demon buffs from the other Mal'Ganises. I don't know. But, so when I give this to him, it's going to be a 3/3. But this copy, even though I copied a 5/5, it's actually still a 3/3 because of Tal'Daram. So this is very important that it's Tal'Daram and no one else. Which, you know, wouldn't matter in the other solution where you just copy Mal'Ganis a few times and then this Mal'Ganis survives. So, yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and treachery one of these, you know, arbitrarily. And then my last minion that I play is going to be Kun, because I obviously don't have space for Death Speaker. I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and here we go. There we go, they're both 3/3, both immune, and I'm immune. And so that's the most convoluted fix in all of the Hearthstone puzzle solving. I mean, obviously, other than the test subject, health switching crap at the end. But other than that, this is definitely not intended, but it works, and I want to know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Peace.